Assassination attempt number 3 actually fails, which isn't great. We lose a lot of reputation because of that. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Plutocracy. We're back in our beautiful office, once again slogging over shares and doing all the neat stuff we need to do in order to win the game. We are currently playing challenge mode. That's right, we're doing a challenge. The challenge we're doing at the moment is episode 1. Although this is episode 4 of our challenge. The challenge itself is called episode 1, The Pursuit of Rockefeller. It's the first challenge available in the main in the main series of the game. All of the other challenges are under development, and I don't think we're going to get those for quite some time. So, good news! In our last episode, we actually beat the main quest. We reached a fortune of $1 billion, and we did it within the time limit allowed to us. So we get into the 1st of Jan 1897 to do it. We've done it in plenty of time. I mean, it's 1879 and we did it a little before then. What we haven't done at the moment is control 80% of oil production market by that time. So we've still got to do this, and there's always a possibility that this federal law on the restriction of activities of monopolies, which is always an easy one to say, becomes enacted at some point. And monopolies are restricted, so that could still happen before we control 8% of oil production, and then we'd have to go ahead and get it repealed again. So yeah, what we need to do is basically try and control 8% of oil production in the USA. Currently we're at 15.9%. And before I go any further, I want to thank everybody who's watched the series so far, and everybody who's subscribed, everybody who's left really nice comments, and all the people that have liked the video. I really appreciate it, and you know what? It would help me if all of you who are watching and you maybe haven't subscribed yet, or maybe don't comment or don't hit that like button, go ahead and do it now and show some support, and I'll keep on making these videos. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay folks, let's take a look at where we're at. So we have been growing our influence and growing our ownership of companies within Pennsylvania. We've done quite a good job. I think we own the majority of things within the state. I think there's only, by the looks of it, one company we don't actually own, which is pretty darn good, if I say so myself. It happens to be an oil production company, which means we have to own it as part of our win condition. Unfortunately, we're suffering some harassment at the moment, which means that our employee turnover is a bit higher than normal. That should go away at some point in the future, but I don't know when. But yeah, we have a bank here that we're attempting to purchase, and we also have artist oil here that we need to start buying, but the market cap is kind of big for that one. We do have a much larger company here though. We've got Stonefaller Trust PA1, the wonderfully named company there, which we are the CEO of, and that is currently worth 1.5 bill, and that is where the majority of our wealth comes from. Let's have a look and see how much we're actually worth. So yeah, we're worth 2.1 bill. We've got 34 mil coming in every single quarter, but we do have a bunch of companies that are owned by ourselves or by Stonefaller Trust 1. So all of these companies, like the little industrial building next to it, that means they're owned by our main company here. Now, unfortunately, there's no vertical integration in the game yet, so it doesn't really benefit us in the way that it would if there was vertical integration. But we do get benefit here anyway, because we're the only option in the state, and we do currently have a monopoly on transport. And actually, I think because of because of all the oil companies we have, we probably have almost a monopoly here. We do want to try and buy out this oil company, and we do want to do that using personal funds if we can. Let's have a look at the bank balance here at Stonefaller Trust PA1. That's a lot of money in reserve right there, 315 mil. That is very, very good. But we're going to start using this company in the future to buy out companies in other states. So I don't really want to use this one just yet. But yeah, okay, let's let's see what we do next. We were going to try and buy the bank as well while we're here. And we do have Cyclotions. Cyclotions? I don't know. We have this bank here we can start trying to buy. Let's have a look at the price of the shares. And I think, yeah, 407 is probably the best we're going to do. And actually, let's check this again. We do have a reputation hat that we need to get. So the way we can achieve that is by giving somebody a loan. And I just did notice when we were looking at the bank here that the one guy, if I go to price again, or one person needed a loan. Can I search by ambition? Oh, there it is. And then that's buy coins, and that's acquire shares. Okay, maybe they didn't want a loan. Maybe I imagined that. I probably imagined it. Let's have a look at the person search then. Here, and I want to search it then by doable ambitions. And, yep. And let's have a look at only available states, which is the only one I'm in. And there are a bunch that aren't money related here, but there is one here which is a credit, which I may as well do. Hello, Congressman. I'll give him a loan. I'm not too bothered about the amount. It's a decent amount he wants to borrow, but it's barely a scratch in our finances, and that's going to get our hat back, which is good because we need the influence in the long run. I do wonder what all this is about. So there's a bill here. They want to dismiss the attorney, so that's okay. That doesn't affect us so much. What's this one? And this is not anything to do with our business really, so that's fine. Are there elections? Oh, there have just been elections, so we missed out on elections, so nothing to do there. And we have a whole bunch of messages I'm just going to dismiss because there's no point really in going over all of the messages. So let's get started then at Cyclotions, and let's start buying some more shares here. I'm going to start with Isaac here, this congressman, and I'm going to try and buy on behalf of myself. So, or am I doing that? I think I was perhaps meant to buy off the company, but it doesn't matter. We'll attempt these ones off for ourselves. We'll just see what happens. I think this is maybe a decent-ish price. Not so happy with that. I might have to do some insisting. This might, yeah, I think that's done the job. So I'm going to agree to that. Very good. It took a bit of persuasion, but we got there in the end. Cool. So that's another guy guide, or another guy done. Yeah. So let's have a look at how we've purchased this company so far. So 38% we've done personally, but we have bought 13% using the company there. So maybe we should do it personally. And then I don't know what I'm meant to do with the company shares to get them into my own ownership, which is a bit weird thing to say anyway, but yeah, because this is a weird situation. But oh boy, this might take some time. But I will continue. I've got 35 mil to spend, and then we'll see how we get on. Okay, so we do have a failure here. So we're terminating the negotiations here with Chaz, but it looks like our etiquette has helped out. I thought his name was Chaz. It's actually Chase. Maybe that's why the negotiation failed. I'm like, hey, Chaz, fancy a deal? And he's like, how dare you, sir? I'll have you know, my name is Chase. I'm a very important man, of very important means. You calling me Chaz has really dishonoured me. Be gone. Or something like that. I don't know how the negotiation really went, but I imagine it was something like that. This negotiation, however, this is going absolutely to plan, except for this big red bar. You know what? I'm going to insist on the price. Maybe this guy's name is Chaz. I think it's Thomas, actually. Tom, come on. Oh boy. All right, I'm very sorry about this, Tom, but I'm gonna have to end the deal. It's not you. It's not you. It's me. Yeah, it's fine. He's cool with it. Maybe we'll try another one. We'll try Patrick. Come on, Patrick. It's a lovely name. Beautiful British name. Beautiful American name. I have no idea. Right. We'll do some insisting. And then we'll do some compromising. I don't think we're going to get what we want off this guy. Nope. Looks like this is the day of failure. Well, let's see if we can patch things up with Patrick. It's in the name. Patrick, patch up. Yeah, there we go. He appreciated the insight that I had there. The name-based insight. Oh boy, we're losing influence left, right and centre here. Okay, so Mr. Harris. This is the type of guy you wouldn't call him by his first name. It would have to be, you know, Mr. Harris. You have to show this dude some respect when you're negotiating. So I'll try and buy everything he's got, of course. But see, you treat him with respect and he agrees with you, and I'm gonna go ahead and take that deal. So thank you very much, Mr. Harris. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And no longer a shareholder. That wasn't an evil laugh. That was just a normal laugh. I don't know what you're talking about. Right, let's try more. This is Ethan. Ethans are easy to deal with, I find, generally. Some of them can be a bit tricky. Like this one, he knows what he wants, and he's, you know, you have to give him a bit of give and take before he'll meet you halfway. But he'll get there eventually, because Ethans, they're just like that. So that's another deal done. Let's see what we've got next. So we have a. Can I deal with these people? I see the little timer thing. Maybe I can deal with them. I don't know. This is the same Ethan I've just dealt with, right? Yeah. Okay. Have I run out of money or something? So I just didn't quite buy all of his shares. That's pretty annoying. What about? What do you mean I don't? Oh no! I literally have run out of money. Yeah. Okay. I was looking at my not my bank balance, but my income forecast. How embarrassing. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to get some more cash before I move on. So let's do that. Oh boy, it's one of these things. Choosing a side. You attend a social event organised by Adam Phillips. In the middle of the evening, a verbal altercation began between Andrew Foster and Adam Phillips about a long-standing conflict. Judging by the details of the dispute you heard, you realise that Andrew Foster, loyal to you, was wrong in this situation. Right, so we need to figure out how to do this, and I should support Andrew because he's loyal to me, but he's wrong. And Adam Phillips would become my enemy, which I don't want an enemy. So I'm just going to try and reconcile their differences. I just lose a bit of influence doing so. So let's see how that works out. It either means we gain favour or nothing happens. Nothing happens. So it was worth doing in the end. Okay, we have a bit more cash in the bank. So time to go and try and buy more of the bank. More of the bank that we've got money in. Yes, that works. We're going to try and deal with Chase again. But this time we'll call him Chase instead of calling him Chaz, because he didn't like being called Chaz. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm gonna insist. I'm gonna be quite demanding. But it seems to have worked. So let's agree. Very good, very good. We should have over 50% of the company now, because of our other shares. But we need more. We need all the shares. I don't like. So, like, there's some suggestions. Maybe I don't need to buy all of the company, but I just like controlling it. You know, I like getting to 100%. I like seeing it all rack up. It just feels good. I guess I'm somebody who likes completion in a way. Sometimes, it just looks better, and definitely in this game. Oh, this is going too easy now. It's too easy. Right, what am I down to? 28.9 mil. Oh, hello. There we go. So we definitely own 50%. Here's Ethan. Ethan was good to us last time. Hopefully he'll give us a good deal this time. Might need a bit of persuading again, but no, he's keen. Let's agree. If it's below asking price, then I'm all for it. And we haven't got that many to go, so let's keep going. Miss Price here, or maybe Mrs. Price. I don't really know. Let's do some negotiations. Oh no! Quite a bargain being struck, but you know what? I'm gonna agree on this occasion, and on this occasion only. So that did take a chunk of our cash away, but we still do have enough to keep going. It's quite annoying when there's so many small investors in a company, though. Quite troublesome. This is quite a good deal, but I'm gonna insist. Maybe this could turn out badly. Oh, and it hasn't. So we started off with quite a difficult situation, and then this quarter things seem to be going a bit better than I thought. So that's pretty good. Now we're dealing with Elijah, Mr. Morris, to his friends. Let's see how this goes. Not great. Let's insist and just see what happens. It looks like the weight of the world is on his shoulders. Maybe we need to just have a chat about how he's feeling. Doesn't like that. He's not a man who likes to share his emotions, I think. Yeah. He might become one of our enemies. And if he does, he does. You know, we can always get an assassin to figure that out. But he's got away with it this time. Jacob, on the other hand, Jacob looks like he's going to be on our side. What does he want? Does he need a loan? He needs a loan. He needs a big loan as well. I'd rather just tell you what. If I buy the shares off you, you won't need a loan anymore, right? He's obviously desperate for money right now. So because he's desperate for money, I'm going to insist on the price, and hopefully that won't go wrong. Let's make a compromise, and then I'm going to have to do some more insisting, I think, because he's not quite budging. Okay, let's insist again. Okay, let's insist again. I don't think I've got many more rounds of this. Okay, I'm willing to agree there. It's not too bad. It's a little bit above, but it's fine. Absolutely fantastic though. Look at this. There are 20% of their shares in the stock exchange, so I need to deal with that at some point. How much have you got here? 7.99 mil. Let's see what we can get from you, Sophia. Right. What do we think? Bit of a compromise? I think a bit of a compromise. Oh, let's keep compromising. No, do I have to play a hardball? Let's play a hardball. Nah, she doesn't like playing hardball. Okay, well, it doesn't look like we're gonna... She's calm, so with a calm person we can just push it as much as we want, right? It's not gonna cause any issues. He will be available on July the 16th, so in a couple of weeks' time, and she'll be available October the 10th. So it's gonna take a while for her to be available. What we could possibly do is have a look. Let's have a look at how this company is doing. There's 20 million reserve, which is pretty nice. There's a lot of workers as well. Jeez, what's the wow? So it's the biggest bank. Fumbling is our other bank. Yeah, it's the biggest bank in the state. So it's doing pretty well. I could definitely up the work plan, but I want to make it more too expensive for myself to buy this place out. Let's reduce the dividend size a little. That would increase the reserve. These people won't like it, but if I do this, I can spend some influence, and that'll prevent them from becoming negative towards me, which will be a-okay. What's this? Reduce maximum governor turns. That's fine. Yeah, and I'm going to progress a little just to get more. Yeah, I'm going to progress a little, get more cash, and then we'll carry on afterwards. Okay, there's an auction. It's a Rembrandt. So let's have a look and see if we can buy this Rembrandt. I think we should be able to, and we have, and we've done it below the market price. So that's pretty amazing. This is going. Judging on the picture, this is going up above the bath. Yeah, it's going in the bathroom. Okay. Right, so we have more money. We have a good amount of money coming in. It looks like the harassment has ended eventually and finally, which is really nice. We still haven't really touched artist oil. We'll do that in a bit. That's going to be a bit of a nut to crack. But we'll come back to cyclutions here. We do have a good amount of cash in the gold reserve, which is very nice indeed. But let's continue to buy out these people if we can. So we'll try again with Mr. Morris. See what deal we can get with Mr. Morris. He's a very stressed individual, so we have to be very nice to him and offer him some cake, and get him to just really chill out. Taking a bit of persuading, but let's see if he'll come down at all. It doesn't look like he will. I might have to insist. This is not going to go well. Oh boy, well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to cancel. We might not be able to smooth this over, and we have. I'm so glad. I don't really want to assassinate anybody. Right, Sophia, we're gonna go really hard on this deal. Man, she's still not available. October the 10th. Okay, we have to wait just a little. There we go. She should be available now. For myself, yeah, we can afford to be pushy with her because she's a calm person. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Below asking price. Very good. She just heard me say that I was going to be pushy, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be having deals with this guy over and over again." Okay, so Elijah now only has 1.75%. Let's try again with Elijah. I might end up just agreeing to whatever at this rate. That's actually not too bad though. Let's do a compromise and see if that'll come down at all. And it has. So yeah, let's agree. Very good. So that's great. That puts us at 65.8%, but actually we've got a lot more than that. And then we just have to buy off the stock exchange. So let's perhaps issue a buyback of shares. So share buyback. So basically all of the stuff we can buy back. Let's just double check this. So currently there's 20.6% on the stock exchange, and the price is currently $160. So let's issue that buyback now. And we're obviously going to agree. So technically our share of the stock should go up as well. So that's been approved. and now we finish it, I guess. Let's have a look now. So 13%. Okay, so that did a job. It would have also crashed the price on the market as well, which is very good, and that means we can start buying them back. So I'm going to go on to just single day progression here, and I'm just gonna buy shares. This might take some time, and done. So I just bought the last amount of shares from them. So yeah, so when we look at this now, we should have 100%. It's split across these two things, which I'm not entirely happy with, if I'm honest about it, because I would prefer to have all of the shares under one, just under me. So I'm not sure how I can deal with that. Hang on, that's Stonefaller Trust PA1. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I can. I could sell them on the stock exchange and then buy them again, but that feels wasteful. So maybe this is just going to be a bit of an awkward situation for a while. Yeah, probably will be. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so let's play around with the company itself. Let's get that work plan up to the top. Very good. Can we play with that work rate? I think that's actually negative. Yeah, let's keep that. Let's keep that where it is, I think. Well, I don't want to increase the strike risk too much. Let's keep it at 2k. Research, I guess we'll bring research down a little. Yeah, very good. And there's no real reason now for the reserve to be too high. So let's up the dividend. Let's say 90%. So most of the money will be coming to me, which is very good. And then, so I would like to perhaps merge the banks, but it might be worth just creating a trust and a little sneaky cartel. So we've already got one called Stonefaller Trust, so we can't have that again. But we could have the Stonefaller Banking Trust. Oh, hang on. Ugh, that doesn't look right. Oh, I see. I've run out of characters. Okay, I'll call it the SF Banking Trust then. Not the Saint Banking Trust. Well, that sounds pretty good. SF, the SF Banking Trust. Absolutely fantastic, and we'll create that. We will, of course, agree to the creation, and we will also make a sneaky cartel, which actually quite a big jump there. So that should be giving us a significant amount of cash now. Look at that, 39 mil, absolutely fantastic. Cartels are definitely the way to go in this game. They really make things good for you. Now, what's this? Artist oil. Okay, so we need to start acquiring artist oil. Again, artist oil is one that I wanted to get, not using the company to purchase it, but I wanted to use myself to purchase it. But that's going to take some time here, because they've got 447. That's not right numbers. Come on, you can number numbers. 347 million as the market cap, and quite a lot of people to deal with again, so it's going to be a bit of an annoying one. Let's have a look in here as well, as we've got quite a few companies that are just building up their sort of like reserves, and for no real reason anymore. So let's just start pumping out the money. I'm going to set it to 90%, and I think I'll just let's just do that at all of these companies now, except for maybe our main one, Stonefaller Trust PA1, because I think we've got enough cash to survive in a lot of these companies now, so they can survive like a strike or something like that without any issues, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So that's all of the companies in the state that belong to us. So now got a much higher dividend rate, which is great. That's taken us up to 97 mil every single quarter, every single tick. So we should be making a decent amount of money. That means I can start buying out Artist Ink, which I will do slowly until we actually get it done. So it might take a bit of time. So I'll push through this and I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, so this deal's done quite well. Oh, and look at this, the USA monopolist, 18.9% out of 50% of the market. That's pretty cool. Okay, and we do have the chance to buy another coin. So I'm gonna attempt to buy the other coin, and I've achieved the attempt of trying to buy another coin. Below asking price as well, bumping up our renown by 80. We have the chance to acquire some compromising information on a character. So why not? May as well, hey? And let's see if it works. And it does work. So great, we now have compromising information. What I won't compromise though is the purchase of this tea set. As a Brit, I must buy tea sets whenever I see them. It becomes awful in the end because you just end up with cupboards and cupboards full of tea sets. But it's essential. You have to buy tea sets, and this is definitely a tea set to remember. It's given us 200 renown, which is pretty darn good. Okay, a quarter has ticked over, so we do have quite a lot of money, 90 odd mil, and it's been brought to my attention that there may be elections going on at some point pretty soon in this state, this good old state of Pennsylvania, and it looks like there definitely is. So kind of seems to me like it would be a good idea for me to sponsor some of these politicians. Give ourselves some agents so that if we want to do anything sneaky in the future, we can use agents to do that. And also maybe try and get some puppets, and if we get puppets, the more puppets we get, the more influence we have. So let's just see how many puppets we can make, I suppose. So I'm just gonna speed through this. I'm gonna sponsor everybody regardless of who they are, because at the end of the day, if you sponsor everybody, isn't that really the same as sponsoring nobody? Probably. I have no idea. But every time we do this, we get a lovely jubbly reward. Okay, and would you look at that? We just had another achievement pop up. Shadow Ruler. For the number of loyal politicians we have. It's 5 out of 15. So I think we can get more than that, to be honest. But it's a good start. And there's the next Shadow Ruler achievement. 15 out of 15 loyal politicians, and we still have a good way to go in the list. So yeah, really useful. We're also picking up a good amount of agents as our little gratitudes here. Yeah, really packing them in as well, which is great. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep doing this. Now we've just got an achievement for influential persons, loyal officials. So I'm not exactly sure what that means, but we've got 1 of 5 loyal officials. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, and it looks like I've had probably the most boring 20 minutes of my life. But the positive side is that I have pretty much sponsored every single politician going in Pennsylvania. Crazy job. I must have spent 20 mil. Or something on sponsoring politicians. A lot of politicians are puppets now, which I guess is pretty handy. It's always good to have a bunch of puppets on side, and the number of people we have is now just disgusting. So 15, 16, 16, 16, 15, 15, 16, 15, 16, 16, 16, 16, 15, 16. As you can see, I tried to balance it out as much as I could. And we've got a nice balance here of agents. And I think a disgusting amount of agents as well. I'm not saying particularly that the agents are disgusting, especially the goon. He's not disgusting. Don't hurt me, please. But yeah, we have an awful lot of agents now, so we can maybe start manipulating stuff using agents, which is always very fun. Very fun indeed. Okay, so we do have, it is the 1st of Jan 1880. We haven't even done anything in the quarter yet, apart from sponsor politicians. We have 63 in the bank. We're paying a lot of taxes at the moment. Look at our income forecast. Whee! That's cool. We're paying a lot of tax. And that $31 million dollars in tax, which isn't great. Or a mix though, federal taxes and state taxes. We have a look at state taxes. What's can I sort? I don't think we can sort that. Stonefaller Trust PA1 $3 million. Okay, are we paying more salary per post? Are we paying? Oh, we're paying taxes on our salary, I suppose, which is fair enough. So yeah, we're paying 3.12 million for Stonefaller. Which should be our highest tax. 3.06 though here as well for SF Trust, for our banking trust. It's quite a lot of taxes. We must be making a lot of money in banking as well. Can we click through to that? It won't let us click through. Well, that's kind of annoying. I would have liked it to just navigate me away to the place I needed to go. But apparently it doesn't do that anymore. We're paying a lot of money in taxes though, is kind of what I'm trying to say. I don't know when the federal tax is applied. I guess... Well, I have no idea. I don't know how it works. But yeah, federal tax, it's across the board anyway. Pennsylvanian tax, we can probably try and get them to reduce the tax rate in the state if we lobby. That's the wrong one. No, I guess it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. I need to come back here anyway. Yeah, so we can go to laws, and as long as there isn't anything going on at the moment, we can try and get them to decrease the tax rate. So, is it the lowest it could be? No, it's not. We can. Oh yeah, I guess it is the lowest it could be then. So yeah, 7%. The limit value has been reached. Yeah, okay, it's impossible. But we can get them to lower taxes overall, which wouldn't be a bad shout. I say overall, I think this is income tax, right? Yeah, income tax. We can probably try and get them to lower income tax. Does it matter who we get to introduce the bill? I guess it doesn't really matter. We just need somebody to do it. But yeah, let's try and get this passed if we can. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. If it'll work or anything like that. But let's try it. I don't know if we can do anything at the federal level for taxes. So I guess we're paying. So if we have a look here, our tax rate, federal tax 21%. I'm guessing it's income tax then. We are making good income, which is why we've got such a high tax burden. But let's maybe see if we can do something at a country level as well. I don't know if we can. Oh no, we don't have enough influence. Fine. What do we need? 114,000. Okay. So what's the problem here then? You must have an active politician or have a loyal politician in the lower house. Right. So we would need right, yeah, so we would need apparently we just don't have enough influence here. So I'm guessing it does the influence check first, and then it checks to see if you've got a loyal politician, which is fine. So we would need a loyal politician in the lower house in order to introduce the lower tax bill across the nation. So I guess the House of Representatives is the lower house. I'm not too up to date on my politics in America, but I think this is the lower house and this is the upper house. In the UK, I guess this is similar to the House of Commons and the House of Lords, but not really, because it's a bit different. Everything's a bit weird. Let's have a look at the chamber list. Is there anybody who's... can we see any influence? I don't think we can see... I don't think we can filter this based on influence. There's a congressman here, but what does he want? What's oil refinery shares? Just seeing if there's anyone who's quite loyal. This guy just wants money. Let's see if that's enough to push him over the edge. Oh wait, we surely would need. Right, okay, let's do a person search, and we're looking for politicians based in this country, this state. So only available. Yeah, we do have a lot of politicians that are friends with us already, but not. How do I search for this? No, I'm not sure. Not sure how I would go about doing this. What's the house called again? And what's the job title? Congressman. Okay. Can I search for congressman in the person search? There's a speaker here. Does he count? What does he want? He wants shares in a bank. I don't want to sell my shares in my bank. Oh dear. How do you make friends if you don't want to sell bank shares? Or maybe I'll leave that. I think maybe that's too complicated. We'll just try and reduce taxes in our state first, and then we'll see what happens. On a national level, we'll try that again. We could as well have a look at becoming friends with the governor here. When's the next election though? 81. So maybe wait until 81 before we do anything. We are friends with the police chief, which is kind of cool. Prosecutor. We could sell the prosecutor a horse, and that would be kind of cool. Let's leave that for now. I think we've done enough in terms of that. Let's now turn our attention back to artist oil, and we'll try and just get more of this under our belt. Although maybe actually one thing we can do, I think Stonefaller Trust was one of the companies we were paying a lot of tax in. Maybe what we could do is use an agent and try and do some tax evasion. I haven't done any tax evasion before, but I think it's worth a go. Let's just see what happens. I'm gonna just wait until that one. Okay, so this is seeing if we can evade taxes, and it looks like we have. So I managed to arrange the case so that the IRS would not receive a cent of your profits in this quarter. Amazing. So that gives us an extra 10 mil to play with. Pretty happy with that, and that's 4 mil for us. What's this one now? Oh, preventing a strike. Cool. Always good when strikes don't happen. And what's this one here? Increase export duty on ore. Okay, we can ignore that one. Okay, so the share price for the for Artist Oil is currently sitting at $340. Let's maybe try and let's have a look how much you got in reserve. 107 mil. Yeah, let's try and cause a strike. That'll take 15 days to enact. I don't know if that'll work. Can I also do exchange fraud for a price decrease? When that only takes a day, so let's let this tick down and get closer to the time, and then we'll see if we can do some exchange fraud as well. They might not both pop off and work, but we can try. Before we do that though, I'm definitely going to have to try and buy a Taste of Freedom. I haven't been to the auction house yet this time. Or maybe I have, but yeah, I bought that painting, but I haven't been as often as I would like. So always have to do a bit of purchasing. Okay, so let's try a price decrease in the stock exchange as well, and reduce the stock price. Let's see if that works. Well, that hasn't worked. Okay, well it was worth a try anyway. let's see if we can get a strike going. They don't want to strike, but it looks like they're going to. Okay, it was not difficult for the broker to get the company to get into the company. Okay, so that's good. So there is a strike going on. There we go, strike at Artist Oil. So if we have a look at Artist Oil now, we should see the stock price fall at some point. If we go to the stock exchange, let's advance a few days and see what happens. Oh no, sorry, I do not want to do that. Right, yeah, so there's the plummet in the share price, which is great. Let's maybe now just try and buy some shares while they're kind of a bit cheaper, which is probably worth it. That takes us to 16.4% and 22.3% and 34.8% and 40.6% and 42.6%. And we have the opportunity to buy a flint gun. This is a very well decorated flint gun, so I'm definitely going to try and buy it. Again, gotta love a trip to Agatha's. It's my favourite auction house. I don't have many favourite auction houses, but this is the favourite auction house. And I only need three more weapons. Are they weapons? What do they call them? Weapons, yeah. 3 more weapons to complete my collection here. So pretty exciting. 45.5%, 51.3%, and the Great Raider achievement to boot. 57.1%, 63.9%, and a quick intermission to buy the 20 franc gold coin, because why not? I guess somebody must have just left it lying around in the Statue of Liberty. 65.1%, 69.5%, and it's at this point where future me jumps in to give you the good news and the bad news. The bad news is that I had about 20 minutes of extra footage that got corrupted in a way, which meant I lost all of my audio. So this is me adding extra voice in post-production. What you might have seen just then was that we had an enemy. Now it came to the point where we only had one person left at Artist Oil, and that's all we had to get rid of. And what we're doing here is just buying everything on the stock market, because for some reason she was the only person left at the end of it all. We've literally secured every other investor in the entire state, and she became our enemy, which is, you know, she was a good enemy because she ended up destroying our audio for this part of the video. We quickly got the Techno Boom achievement, which is a nice one. It's just for developing technologies. Nothing too exciting, but pretty cool. At this point, we start looking at our enemy here and decide that we need to do something about it. So we try and use an agent. So we employ an assassin to take care of them. Then we take another quick trip over to Agatha's. Yeah, that's right, our favourite auction house. We buy a Court Navy gun, which is pretty cool. We always buy the things in these auctions, and that secures us our 8th piece of weaponry, which is really cool. We've really got an arsenal going now. It's not long before we have the result of our hitman. He does succeed, but he only injures our enemy, so it doesn't take her out. And she still won't talk to us, so not great. In sheer frustration, we try again. Yet again he succeeds, but yet again only injures our enemy. She's a real piece of work. And the only way to make me feel better was to go to Agatha's and buy this Chinese dragon statue. It enabled me to take on the body of the assassin, and that's what's going to help us next time that we try it. So yeah, the assassin's Chinese dragon statue is what I'm probably saying here. A bit more time had passed at this point, and I decided the only course of action was to go back to Agatha's and buy a townhouse, because I'd been fed up of sleeping in the office all of this time. It was getting very stressful, so I had to go and buy myself a nice house to live in. Assassination attempt number 3 actually fails, which isn't great. We lose a lot of reputation because of that, and she becomes less loyal. I don't know how an enemy can be less loyal, but she somehow becomes less loyal. At this point, the enemy is really getting to me. So I decide I really need to take care of the situation. We've tried assassination quite a few times. And then I figure maybe I'll change tact a bit. So I decide that I'm going to go for a cardinal and maybe try and influence her religiously or spiritually to say, hey, I'm not a bad guy. I just want to own every business in the state for no bad reason whatsoever. And finally, the cardinal goes, has a word, and fails absolutely completely. She just refuses to talk to him as soon as she knows it's all about me. So in order to let off some stress, having been defeated yet again in our attempts to do something about our enemy, I go to Agatha's, of course, a bit of retail therapy, and we buy this lovely Australian penny. After a spot of shopping, we try the assassination again. It utterly fails, but luckily the killer manages to get away from the police. But I don't know why they're calling him a killer, because he can't kill anything. Yeah, so at this stage, basically the only thing keeping me sane is Agatha's. Going and buying extra stuff that we don't really need. We buy a horse, because of course you must buy a horse. At this point, I'm so bored with the hitman, I actually try the cardinal, and it works. We actually get a success, and that just gives our enemy the slightest, tiniest bit of good nature towards us. So that means we can finally get in there and do a deal, and we're going to do it, and we're basically going to accept any offer that we can get, so we don't have to go through that whole rigmarole of trying to not be enemies anymore. It's easier to stay friends than to not be enemies. Yeah, at this point I've got the option to compromise. Am I going to compromise? I do. I push my luck. I shouldn't have done this. It was very close, and at that point I just knew I had to accept and just sign the contract. That was fantastic, because at that point that put us at 100% of artist oil in Pennsylvania, which was absolutely fantastic. And at that point it means we own every single business in the state of Pennsylvania. Happy times. At this point it was finally time to set down some roots and set up an office in the state. And because all of our businesses are in the state, it was clear to me that we had to be a philanthropist. So we started buying up all of the different buildings that would start having a positive effect on the state overall. And I think I have a little look in a second, and you can see it has all positive effects on the state, and everything's lovely and looking great. At this point, it's a good time to wrap up and show you that we've got 30% of the 80% required in order to win the scenario, which is absolutely fantastic. And at this point, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you all. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. All of that absolutely lovely stuff, because it really helps me and makes me want to continue making these videos, even when I lose audio like now. So yeah. Thanks very much, and until next time, goodbye.